Arrived in Nancy in France for the AOMO 3-day event, conference, performances, art, all kinds of stuff. And you might not see that I can see, but just behind me is a very, very long building. It will take you a good 5 minutes, maybe even 10, to slowly walk right from one end to the other here at ICN. And what's interesting for me about where I'm about to perform my solo show, but also enjoy other people's work here, which is across all of the arts, all of the genres, not just theatre, as we explore total arts. And there's going to be conversations around avant-garde and Art Nouveau and all kinds of other stuff in the context of sustainability of our world. Is right at the very, very far end, you can't even see it, is a big third of this building is a fine art college, an institute, and people are making work in visual arts and all other genres. And at this end where I'm standing is an engineering institute, and right in the middle is a business school with a great long flow of walking in between and collaboration, and not seeing these things as separate only, but also part of the same thing, part of the same conversation that human beings are having, particularly in this age of technology. And the inquiry that happens here over 3 days is an inquiry of everything from academics bringing their papers to performances. I'm glad to see there's a good bit of theatre happening here. Performances in proper performance spaces with plenty of time for debrief. And in my own show, The Debrief, luckily there's time with the two performances for debrief of the debrief. It does become an important conversation this year around sustainability. And that word operates on so many levels here, because it is about the unsustainability of our current models in the world, but also it's about the sustainability of our personal lives too. Are we sustaining ourselves in ways that bring us health and well-being and senses of purpose, and that by the time we reach the end of our mortality, unless you're one of those transhumanists that think somehow we're going to invent immortality, we'll probably follow Elon Musk with our consciousness into computers, which I don't believe is going to happen any time ever. You're left with a number of levels of the sustainability of individual, of families, of nature, of the planet, and they all merge in and out. And the great thing about this building that I'm standing here is the answer to that absolutely has to involve, I like to use the word messy, and messing up, and mixing up. Rather than interdisciplinarity, it's just simply the total arts idea is that art needs to infuse, and art needs to draw upon whatever is needed to deal with the difficult stuff that's in the world. And the great thing is, as we arrive here on the day one, there's a cafe behind me, and there are friends that I remember from last time 2 years ago in Liverpool, but we've also got new people arriving to dive into these really important questions. So I'll keep you up to date. My question for everybody that's here at AOMO, and for anyone that might be watching this video, isn't about what answers do we need, but really what urgent questions do we need to be asking. Because in an age defined by collusion, and the collusion of mediocrity and niceness that I've been writing about for a long time, perhaps we're asking the wrong questions, and we need to really ask not only the inconvenient ones, but the ones that we almost cannot bear to ask. And it may well be that that starts here, at least for us here in Nancy in France.